Number 3, we're still working with distance equals rate times time. And rate, that's like unit rate, where we're looking for like miles per hour, yards per second, students per teacher. We're looking for that per word for each one, okay? So it says on number 3, Franny took a road trip to her grandmother's house. She drove at a constant speed of 60 miles per hour for 2 hours. How far did she drive? So let's start with the first one, 60 miles per hour for 2 hours. We're using this equation. We're using distance equals rate times time. Distance equals rate times time. So what is 60 miles per hour? Where does that go? 60 miles per hour. Miles per hour. That is a rate. That's the speed she's traveling. So right here where this R is, we're going to put 60 times 2 hours. What is that? Is that a distance or a time? 2 hours is a time. So we're going to put a 2 right there. And that's going to equal the distance because it's asking us how far did she go. We're looking for the distance that she traveled. So distance is going to equal 60 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. Put the 0 on it. So she traveled 120 miles. Now that was only the first half of the question. The second half, she took a break and then finished the rest of her trip driving at a constant speed of 50 miles per hour for 2 hours. How far did she drive? So in the second part of her trip, she drove 50 miles per hour. What is that? What is 50 miles per hour? 50 miles per hour. That is her rate. That's the speed she is traveling, okay, for 2 hours. So we're going to use the same formula. Distance equals rate times time. Okay, we've got the rate is 50. So I'm going to put it where the R is, times the time is 2 hours. I'll put it where the T is. Okay, I'm just substituting those numbers in. And I'm trying to figure out what the D is, the distance. I can just multiply that. Distance is equal to 50 times 2 is 100. 100 miles. Okay, so it says, the third question, what was the total distance of Franny's trip? Well, the first half of the trip was 120 miles. The second part of her trip was 100. So we add 120 plus 100. And we get 220 miles. 220 miles.